Choice or Emotion by Linda Rock. Read by Linda Rock. Is love a choice or an emotion? Molly was a pretty girl, outgoing and happy, but that was before Joe. It wasn't as though she hadn't been warned. Her friends had alerted her to his reputation as a player, whose past relationships ended within months, leaving behind a trail of broken hearts. And it wasn't that Molly didn't appreciate their concern. But Joe was devilishly good-looking, fun to be around, and extremely attentive, all of which was hard to resist. And Molly was smitten. Those first few weeks together, she'd been swept off her feet, and it had nothing to do with where they went or what they did. Life with Joe was, quite simply, magic. Yes, she'd been aware of the flirtatious glances the girls would give him, but he'd only had eyes for her. Until he didn't. A noticeable change in his behaviour would plant seeds of doubt in Molly's mind just a few months later. It began with his indifference to any outward show of affection on her part, and little interest in anything she had to say. And it ended when she questioned the excuses he gave for breaking their dates. When he told her it was over between them, her worst fears were realised. That's when love can make you do things you'd never dreamed of. A lack of sleep, loss of appetite, and a heart shattered to pieces turned Molly into someone she hardly recognised. Her evenings were spent watching Joe's house, following his every move, and enduring each gut-wrenching moment he spent with someone else. But it was worth the pain to still feel part of his life. It was only after her father and friends stepped in with their unconditional love and support that Molly found the strength to emerge from her living nightmare. So, is love a choice or an emotion? Molly's choice was made right at the beginning, when she chose to ignore the red flags her friends had identified. But it was her emotions that blinded her to what was to come. Perhaps love is a bit of both.